Hello and welcome to Wild Wolf Art Creations. I'm Melissa. I crochet everything under the moon, and we're going to start today with our A to Z challenge. Now, as a reminder, I am doing this in what I consider hard mode, where I have to find free patterns to crochet A through Z. I gotta hit every letter of the alphabet. Now, that being said, I picked this for July. It's going to have to continue into August. I went a little ham. I went ham on the first letter A, and so I haven't even got anything else. I made an order from Hobie for some more yarn because I didn't have the right colors for my letter B, so we're going to skip B, and we'll probably start C today in the video itself. Now, the reason why I did these as hard mode, the free patterns, most of the patterns will be coming from Instagram, although there will be a few on YouTube. But I would like to join in the Share the Love challenge. I am newer to the YouTube or the social media crochet scene, so the rules will be put up here. I think over here. One of the two. I'm backwards in my pointing in the screen, so I apologize. But without further ado, we're going to get started on letter A. So A is for axolotl, little creature of the sea, fighting all the enemies. Now, I do have... Now, this was a challenge for me because it did, as I've only been crocheting for 9 months. That is so some of these techniques were still a little far reach for me. A little bit more intermediate than the some of the skills I've been exposed to. I still consider myself a beginner. There was a lot of surface crocheting. There was no sew patterns. Limited sew patterns. I'm trying to find things that are simple and quick, and I ended up making 5 axolotls because I just could not decide. My brain just went, no, I can't decide. So yes, I'm holding a little one here. It doesn't have any legs. It's got fins and a tail and a little, what's the fancy name for the strawberry leaf? I know my lighting's not good. I'm getting some more equipment set up so I can get better, a little bit better for crochet. I was originally doing gaming content, so most of my stuff is set up for gaming and not for crochet. But we have this cute little guy. He's got a little blush. Let's see if I turn off my front camera light, if that helps a little bit. It helps a little bit. Not with me. No, that just creates all sorts of shadows for me. But you got him. He's a Mochi Axolotl, patterns on Instagram, free by Woolly. This guy, I rated the pattern as a 3 out of 5. The body was very, very simple. Then they have different versions of like blueberry leaves and blueberries and I think grapes. There's a couple different versions that you can make of this mochi. Mine's considered the strawberry one. I did the strawberry leaf, which I found actually kind of complicated to make. I don't know if I just misread the pattern or I miswrote it down when I did it. The tail is awfully cute. It reminds me more of a beaver tail than an axolotl tail. I feel like it should be going the other way. Then there's a little blush and I got to put the safety eyes in. But there's lots of different things that are cute. I wouldn't mind crocheting this again, but as for me, who's been only doing it 9 months, I wouldn't say it's not exactly beginner friendly depending on the detail you pick. I don't know if that makes sense. Other than that, like the fins are super easy, the gills are super easy, the tail's super easy. The tail is actually not it's crocheted into the round. These are surface crocheted, and this is sewed in. This is only so. But it's the ball. It's a ball. super easy. Again, I would crochet this again. So 3 and above is crochet again. It's just one that I'll probably won't make very many of. Like I said, I love it's cute, it's pattern. There wasn't very many mistakes. I believe this is the one that had the mistake, but it was only on total stitch count. And there was like no other mistake in there. I didn't have to correct anything. And as a beginner crochet, finding things to correct is a little bit more difficult for me. So this is number 1. It's awfully cute. Now we got number 2 and 3 I'm going to do together. Yes, I have a blue axolotl. I cut the rare one. I got the rare one. But these are both by Loops and Knot Crochet. This one's on Instagram. It's a mini axolotl. It's cute. It's standing. I have embroidered eyes in this one because I plan on giving this one to my infant. And this one that is laying on its back is advertised on Instagram, but it's actually a YouTube pattern on Loops and Knots channel. And it's cute. It lays on its back, though. I call it the laying axolotl. This one was probably the best one that I got lined up with everything. I don't know. I had trouble lining up bobble stitches when they were in this long standing kind of thing style. And same with their faces. Their faces all seem kind of crooked, following the pattern compared to the bobble stitches. Now that may just be a me issue, not necessarily a pattern issue. I'm still learning how, because I did adjust some bobbles, but I think I went the wrong way with the adjustments. So that was just me. Like I said, this one was the easiest to line up. This is the one I don't think I did any adjustment on bobbles on this one. I didn't line up. And the pink yarns, so the light pink and the dark pink, are Hobie yarns, the Honey Bunny yarns, and the light and the hint of pink, and I can't remember the other one's name. My wrappers only have numbers on them. I have to look them up. And then this one is in my Big Twist Posh, the blues. So the dark blue and the light blue are both Big Twist Posh. But this one, I will definitely crochet again. Worked up super easy. The only thing is I got to figure out how to stop these holes appearing inside these gills. I'm, again, still learning how to crochet, learning how to fix. Both of these, so this one, I did a 5 out of 5. It was actually super easy, super quick. Laid on its back. Cute. This one I gave this one is just a mini axolotl. I gave a 4 out of 5. It's quick, cute, keychain. It was much easier. It had much easier steps for me to follow than this one did. Well read in patterns, both of them, as a beginner crochet. My next one is going to look a lot like the mini axolotl, except it's bigger. This is Archie the axolotl. The Archie is by Tinkering Crochet. I also gave this pattern a 4 out of 5. It's real cute. I haven't decided if I want to put mouthpieces in. And the only reason why I keep giving these 4 out of 5s is because it's surface crochet. It's something I don't have a lot of practice in, so I don't know how to do it. So I'm just guessing as I go with this. I know there's YouTube tutorials, but I'm trying to do them without them because I'm trying to crochet these when my infant and my toddler are both ignoring me. So I'm sitting on the floor of their toy room crocheting until my infant comes and grabs a fistful of yarn. So I have all my free patterns written in a book like this, or just a composition notebook, and I have them written down so my phone doesn't keep shutting off, and for some reason Instagram wants to close out. Archie's on Instagram. A cute little guy. And this one is the second best one with the bobbles lining up. His head still looks a little crooked. And it's not as bad as the next one. Now, the next one is totally, I know, my fault. The pattern was written. I tried not making any adjustments. No sew patterns. You kind of have to adjust and So I've tried not to make any adjustments on it. And we got this last little guy. So it's number 5. This one is by Stacy Makes. So it's found on Instagram. Instagram is appletree_Stacy Makes. And it's a cute little pattern. And I needed to do some adjusting on the feet. His head's a little crooked. He looks like he's looking like this. So I try to adjust the eyes accordingly so that he didn't look even more wonky. I said, pretty much my fault. I didn't do any adjustments for my tension or anything. He doesn't have the bobble stitches for his legs. He's got little chains. So those are cute. I don't know if you could see this, but I have a hard time here not getting the colors not to show up in the round when doing this. I'm going to have to work on that. That's myself. Again, he has embroidered eyes because my kids laid claim to all of these. My infant and my toddler laid claims to all of these first makes. I'm still learning how to crochet, and so they all have, like I said, laid claims. This is like a perfect keychain size, this guy. And this mini X is a little keychain size. Like I said, I just need to work on not getting their heads to look like this and lining up like the leg stitches. I should have done some adjustments. This one I have rated also a 5 out of 5. I really liked it. It's really quick. It's really fun. I still, if I make my own adjustments to this, I'll probably do bobble stitches instead. Nothing wrong with the chains. I thought they were cute, and they do add their own little flair. But if I turn this into a keychain, I'd want more of the bobbles so the little legs didn't get caught everywhere. But that would be my personal opinion. But he's cute. Absolutely love it. As a very beginner crocheter, very simple, very easy to make, very quick, can work up super fast, good market. I decided to make more. Hopefully I don't make him looking like he's like twisting his body and off the space though. I gotta do some work. Yeah, but other than that, like I said, he's all my fault for looking wonky. Not part of the pattern, not anything else. I just need some more practice with skills. I'm pretty sure I skipped a stitch somewhere in here, so which makes it even here in the gills when doing the gills on. The only thing, all this was worked up together. The only thing, there's a surface crochet, the tail, the dark blue on the tail, and so this was a no-sew pattern as well. I don't like sewing. Like I hate it with a passion. I don't know why. But so I try to just not do it. Now, for those of you who don't know what Share the Love Challenge is, Share the Love Challenge is a challenge made by 2 Instagram people, Appletree Stacy Makes and the Cozy Buckeye. Now, you have to find 5 free patterns on Instagram, make a video about it, tag them so they can put it all on a loop, and tag the creators on Instagram of those patterns to show what you made. And then you are supposed to challenge 5 more people. Or no, challenge another person. Well, since I'm new and I don't really have any friends in the community yet, I'm still building networks. I have some acquaintances that I kind of know, but not as for friends. So if you're watching this video and you've made it to this point, I challenge you, the viewer, to join the Share the Love Challenge and find 5 free patterns on Instagram. And they have to be new to you. You haven't had to have made them before. And you're going to make them and then talk about them. So before I move on to anywhere else, because that's all I got done on the A to Z challenge, I'm waiting on, I am going to do a butternut squash for letter B. It's a free Instagram pattern. I don't remember who. I have to go look it back up again. But but I don't have the right color yarn, so I'm waiting on my Hobie order that just shipped out this weekend, so it's got to go through customs and got to go and got to come and land here. So we're going to go ahead and skip that, and I am going to do a chameleon for letter C. I just haven't got started. I just finished the axolotls, and so a couple of things I'm also going to update on is the goals. This little guy is the Owl Lovey. I want to finish. I have a sensory book making in the same kind of color scheme. This guy, I just need to do the little tucked ears and put some embroidery work and crochet little circles for his eyes and then his nose and his mouth. So he's almost done. If I just get like an hour into him, I could finish him like super quick, like no big deal. The other goal I have is working on this unicorn. He's headless, as you can see. No head. I gotta work on the head, and then I gotta work on the tail, the horn, and the hair. So I have a few hours left in him, but really should be quick if I get to him. I have this second Owl Lovely that I did like. I'm gonna give it to my daughter because it's kind of what she asked for, just not in the right colors. I was making this for a baby, and I don't like the size of those holes and those gaps. I don't want the little fingers to get caught twisted up in them. But my daughter wanted the puff stitches and an owl. She's a little jealous because my infant has a Snuggie and she doesn't, and I was making another one. And this is what she picked. It's just not the color she wanted, so hopefully she'll be okay with it, because otherwise I don't know what to do with it, because I put lots of work into this, and then just to say I don't like it anymore. And as for followers go on the Clocky app, I'm hoping that at the end of this week I'll have over 500. If I don't, it's gonna have to really like push to do that, because like about 250 I have to gain a week, and this is the second week, so I have to have, I don't know what day that month ends on, but I have to have 500 by the end of this week to make my July goal. And then if you watch that video, my yarn winder, I know that it's supposed to detach here, and it does, but this part here, the rivet broke that holds the screw. So it's just kind of loose flopping. I can't really put it anywhere to wind yarn. So it's like sit on a table, and I have to hold it. It makes winding yarn difficult. I'm looking at an electric one next time. I don't know any experiences with those. So that's going to make bigger yarns, because this does not wind up a single ball of my Cisionelle yarn. I've just split it into 2 or 3. So that was the other goal I had. And really my goals are going okay. I'm not going to finish. I'm to the point where I'm probably not going to finish the A to Z challenge. I have a hard time choosing patterns. So I get stuck on a letter, just like, I did here with these cute little guys. Get stuck on them. But how can you say no to each one? How can you pick which one to crochet? They were all so cute. So I got stuck on A. So I have 5 free patterns right from A for a Share to Love challenge. And so the next free pattern will be the chameleon that I am working on currently. Now, for my chameleon, I've got this dollar store yarn. The $1.25 roll, just Chanel, Premier, just Chanel. It's super bulky 6. And let's see what else is there. It should be using an 8mm hook. But because we're going to be making a toy animal out of it, my favorite hook size is really a 4.5. And this stuff feels thin. So I'm hoping a 4.5 is going to do it. Because if you feel like my big twist and my Hobie, it's thicker. It's about the same. I would guess about the same as those. So I think a 4.5 is going to work. And I'm gonna have to put a shameless plug on my husband for my birthday. My birthday was recently end of June. He got me these crochet hooks. They're a polymer clay handle and they're mermaid, and they're my favorite colors, which is blue and purple. And they're absolutely adorable. The only downside to these hooks, I have to look up what they are. I don't remember what they are. I'll put it on screen, but I don't know if you see the top there. It's kind of rounded. It's not very pointed. They are, I believe, aluminum hooks, but I like kind of my sharp pointed hooks. Like even the boil hooks I bought the second time. So these are the boy, I call them boil. They're not boil, the boys. These are kind of rounded too. Like this is what I bought the second time. But my favorite aluminum hooks, oh gosh, where did I put them? I put them in the wrong spots. Are actually Susan bait hooks. But they got this nice point on them. See how pointed that is? Compared to the others. It makes it a lot easier to go through. I have a tighter tension, so that point actually helps it a lot easier with my hooks. So I thought they were both boys, but they're not. And I apologize for turning away from the camera as I'm talking about that. My crochet bag's here. So now, here's the question. How easy is this dollar store yarn going to center pull? I like center pull because it keeps it together better when I travel. That was my favorite thing about the Hobie's cotton yarn is their cotton yarn comes with these like easy start tabs. Right? It's not that actually pull from the center. Oh, there we go. So let's see. Blah. Just a big blah. So no, it was not easy pull. I had to take it. Oh, this is shedding like crazy. Now, I picked up the Dollar Tree store yarn. Oh gosh, that ball just went down to the ground. Alrighty, that's a mess. So, I don't like winding it up, but I'm going to have to because there's so much, because then it makes the ball spin all funky. Now, is this the same Premier Yarns? Now, is this made by the same Premier company and Premier Yarns that supposed to make the high quality chenille stuff? Is this just like their cheap low end stuff that doesn't take much to make? So the reason why I thought I'd try this is because I could make a bunch of little guys with this stuff. It's not a very big roll. It's only about 65 yards or 50 grams. So we'll see how it holds up to a double magic loop. Everybody says, I got a lot of talk about getting the acrylic, doing the acrylics inside the loops. It's not that I'm against it, it's I don't have a lot of acrylics at home right now. So I'm hoping it was just this hint of pink color that I was having all the troubles with, because the gray one that I'm doing the unicorn in with was actually fairly simple to actually do the pull in. But the hint of pink was like sticky, like it'd stick to itself, like even crocheting, like trying to pull it through the single crochets, it kind of got like it stuck. It didn't feel as soft as the others. But my favorite trick to do is to take this and then crochet like 3 to 4. So this one calls for 6, so we'll do 3, 2, and 3. And I like stitch markers. Makes it easier to see everything. This stuff is more fuzzy than this is more like a velvet yarn to me. Like Burnett velvet. And so then I'll try and, let's see. We'll pull the string first. It's getting stuck. It's already getting stuck. And it's just, look at that. It's just, I don't know if you can see that. It's just, so I try to pull it, the magic ring. It just like sloughs off. This is not a magic ring yarn. So we're going to go with the chain 2 method. I've never actually really used it. Look at that. So no, this is not a magic ring yarn unless you're using like, so it just flops off real easy. So this is going to be fun. So we'll do the chain 2 method. So I like to do my slip knot by doing this and bringing, oh gosh, don't fall apart on me now. You've already done that. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. My mind works like that. Okay, so there, so we got the 1, 2. So we'll go to the second chain from the hook. And we'll put in the 1. Let's put my stitch marker in so I don't get confused because I actually prefer magic ring. I've only actually, believe it or not, this is the first time I'm trying the chain 2 method. I usually use the magic yarn. 1. Oh, come on, go through 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. See if I can pull that flip down a little bit more. That's okay. I got a big old hole in there. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Hopefully it'll kind of pull together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you're going to see lots of funny faces, and you're going to see a lot of frustration. I don't know what to do about the hole in the center, because that's why I like the magic ring, because I can get it a lot tighter. I have tension issues, so like when I do my chains, they seem to be looser. When I do like single crochets, they seem to be tighter. And I'm not sure exactly how I make that kind of difference. Okay, that's round 2. Then I still have a peekaboo hole. I don't know if you can see that. Peekaboo hole. Yeah, I'll try and close it up with this string or something. Not exactly sure how to fix that. Boop, boop. Alrighty, next round. Now you'll find, sometimes I find that I have a hard time remembering to put the stitch marker in, which means I have to go back a ways. And 3, 4. So lots of patterns. Only. I like it something. Only. Did I count? It's kind of random. It's up there. And I cannot differentiate one of the others. 1, 2, 3. 3. Now we're on 4. Yarn took off my hook. Look at myself somewhere. Hey, what do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Yeah, I missed something somewhere. So we're just gonna go twist this up here. Get this untwisted. Just go ahead and just shove in another. Keep my account assistant. Yeah, I just shove in where I want to shove it. Alright, so here is finished Carmi. He's Carmi the Chameleon by Tinkering Crochet. This pattern, I would rate a 4 out of 5. Partially because, well, it does work up quick. The tail is a lot of round 4s, and then you sew it down and roll it up. And then the feet make him more of a beginner plus to intermediate kind of pattern. Most part very simple, just a bunch of chains and stitches. So that's why I'd go like the little bit of beginner plus where you have just extra little bit of experience. And as always, I need to figure out with no sew how to get my legs done. And that's not a problem on the pattern. The pattern was very, very well written and easy to follow. And I say I actually took the longest in this section here, getting these 4s, than I did anywhere else. Because it just, for some reason, that part of it always takes a long time for me. But Tinkering Crochet, thank you again for the free pattern. And this will round off this video. And thank you for staying around and hanging out with me, Melissa, with Wild Wolfette Creations. Mwah.